Right, so we're now going to remove the knuckle joint from the displacer unit, and as I say again, there is a video we're doing just on depressurising the suspension, so it's already depressurised on this. And what we need to do first is get the displacer unit removed, because we need that out the way to remove the knuckle joint. So we've got to remove the bracket there that holds it, and you can see that in the centre of the screen with a big rubber bump stop, and there's 4 bolts. So we'll get those bolts out, get that removed, and then the displacer unit can be removed.
Yeah, I think it's better to strip those sides out in the end.
Right, so what we're now doing there is just removing the top bolts, and right, so what we're doing there is just removing the top nuts from that bracket. But the bottom ones are captive, but these top ones aren't, so I've just come around to hold the spanner there so we can get those off. Right, so we've now removed the nut on the other side. We needed the spanner for that, and we've also removed the pump from the valve there, because we now know that all the pressure is definitely out. And as I said, we're covering that in another video. And here is that bracket, and we're just, hopefully you can see they're removing the displacer unit out. Make sure we don't drop that little spring. Yeah, so there's the bracket there that we removed. So we'll just put that out the way. And there is the displacer unit with the spring in, so we can now store that safely and get on with the rest of the job. Right, so hopefully there you can see with the displacer unit removed, we've got a nice view of the knuckle joint we're removing. We've took the little washer off the top, and it's important that you keep that safe and it goes back.
Right, now I'm going to flip the rubber off.
So we're going to get the little rubber boot off now. Right, so there, we've just pulled the rubber boot back. You can see that's definitely gone. It's very rusty in there, and the weather and contamination has got in. So, yeah, that definitely did need changing.
Right, and also, there's the plastic bush it sits in. There. So, you get the knuckle joint out, then you have to flip the plastic bush out on its own.
Right. There it is, and there it is out.
And there's the plastic bush that we've got to get out.
Right. Yeah, so hopefully you can see there's the ball that was in there, so it is just really its own suction and tightness that holds that in once the hydrogas suspension is removed off the top. And yeah, you can see how the dirt and the rust are starting to get in there under the boot. And then we've just got to remove the little plastic cap, and we'll see whether that's actually started to wear through or damaged. We're doing removing the little rubber
bump stop, because on ours they're worn, they need replacing.
So it's not something you'd normally need to do, but we remove it on ours because we're going to replace them. And that will just come under here, and hopefully you can just about see it. You can probably see it's in quite a bit of a mess, so it's well worth us changing them while we're doing the job, and I'll show you that when it comes out. Right, so what we're now going to do is just get that plastic cap out of the arm there. When you get the
Ooh.
new
This one
knuckle joint, the plastic cup
This one
comes new with it.
got to come out without it breaking up. Make a change.
Right, so as you see there, I've just moved position slightly so we could get better access to get it out. Sometimes they come out easy, and at other times they're a bit of a job. This time it was a bit of a job to come out, and here it is now. It's out, and it was fully intact, which is probably why it was a bit more difficult coming out. Normally what you'd find is this bottom part of the plastic cup will be completely worn away, and that's when you'll get that sort of tapping or knocking as that ball joint moves about in the hull where that plastic has worn away. As we said, we're changing them because we're doing a lot of work. We want to make sure they were done, and the weather was starting to get in, so eventually with mileage that one would have worn away. So yeah, hopefully that has give you a good view of it coming out, and also a good view of this plastic cup as well. We've got all the bits laid out, the right bolts, of course the rubber boot that's there, this spring, and of course I think we covered us removing this little rubber bump stop, and we've now got that back in place on the newly painted bracket as well. So it's all there and ready to go back, just as we've got the other one back, and we'll show you that as we do it. So we're on the passenger side, and we're just now giving the point there a little bit of a clean in there, just to make sure it's clean before we put everything back. Just going to put a little bit of copper slip in where the knuckle joint's going to go, and hopefully that will mean it shouldn't ever get stuck in there in the future. Right, so we're just going to get the new knuckle joint out of its little plastic bag, and yeah, it's lovely to see it nice and new and ready to go back in.
Not forgetting to put the 2 washers on. On there like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Put a bit more copper slip on this. Where's it gone? A little bit more copper slip on there like that. Push that into the hole.
So that's now in place, and I hope you see the plastic cap on the underneath. I hopefully pointed that out. So that was the bit that had worn away on the old one, and now on the display sheet we're just going to put that rubber boot on. We've cleaned that up a little bit now, so that's hopefully a little bit better of a rubber protector. And hopefully that'll help stop it aging in the future, give it a little bit of protection as well. It's one of those things you just got to work on and get it in place.
That's it. Spring.
Yeah.
In there like that. Tip it up, ready to go in. Getting the valve roughly in position where it's got to sit, and then spring on there like that. Right. Okay. Then push it. Pushing that right in. How's the valve?
Yeah, it's more or less in place. If you go in now, twist it round and down, that's it. That's in place now.
It's in place.
Yeah, that is in place now.
Right, that's in place.
And now all we need to do is put the bracket on. Right, so we just put a little bit of copper slip on all the bolts as we did round on the other side, and then we can offer the bracket up. So if I just come back round to this side, and that will keep the unit in place. And as we did before, we'll get the 4 bolts in. And that's the back one.
Yeah, I'm doing that one first. Just nipping it up. That's the one into the captive hole first. Because that's the one will be awkward if it's hard right. Yeah. Right, so that's the knuckle joints both back in the new ones, and the displacer units back, all nicely painted and clean. We've even put a nice new valve cap on, so they're protected. If we just come down here, you'll be able to see it all back into place with the new knuckle joints there. And the good thing is these displacer units aren't linked by any pipes, which makes it a lot more straightforward. They're completely independent units with their own pumping up points.